No secret.
Slutty boy, young millionaire, board administration. Smoking weed and collecting thoughts. Fuck the school, the principal, and the lessons taught. Intellectual pussy, you put a hex on you. I'm flexing with this weapon and 40 Mexicans next to you. Stretching in the coop, getting drunk and shit, watching
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Act like
You don't have to do that today.
Okay.
So,
The Blend
there it is.
will be being played in New Jersey, New York, VA. You already know.
By you.
Definitely.
Definitely. Okay, so you are Fat Trail's DJ.
Definitely.
How did you hook up with Fat Trail?
Through my man LeGreg, who's business partners with Wale. We have a rapport from college, and from there I've done numerous parties for him, and him just seeing, you know, me being loyal and being a man of integrity and a good DJ, of course. He called me up and said, hey, one of my artists doesn't have a DJ, maybe you should come down. And we actually met at the Nova show in Virginia. Me and Fat Trail clicked, we got on stage, did our thing, and from there it's history.
So how did you and Fat Trail click? Like, what is it about his sound?
Well, he has a grittier sound, let's say in comparison to Black Cobain, who I actually went to school with as well. And me just being a DJ, you get to learn so many different genres of music. So with me and Fat Trail, it's like we're kind of opposite as far as him being 20, me being a little older. I'm not gonna tell my age. And then, excuse me, just me appreciating the type of music he has, and me listening to it because I got the CD or I downloaded it from Twitter. So I listened to it. It was something that I could really appreciate, and I kind of knew from talking to him and LeGreg that it wasn't fabricated. It was something that he was actually going through some of the things. So that any DJ likes to deal with the artists that speak in truth and through their music, and it's good music. And when I play it in VA, I get the response that I need to get. So, you know, me talking to him, going on stage, him vibing with me. I mean, it's like a DJ and artist thing. Like, it's hard to explain, but once you're on stage, you can see it through the performance. So it kind of came together. It wasn't nothing that was like, you were the label, I'm signed to the label, we gotta make this happen. And I was like, come down for the show. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, then, you know, another opportunity to come about later.
Right. So how did you get hooked up with the board administration?
Well, it kind of all coincided together with being friends with LeGreg and G. But it wasn't even that we were just friends. It was just because I did some parties for him, you know, back in the day. He knew that I could DJ, and the rapport I had with him, it's about building relationships. And if a man can see that you're about some integrity, and he knows that you are an honest man and you're loyal and you're not in it for the wrong reasons, then, I mean, that's how most things happen.
Right. So, what can you tell us about Fat Trail's new project with you DJing? Is there any influence of yours that's actually...
Well, the most influence I have on, I would say, him as an artist, more comes into effect when we're doing the show.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what it comes down to, because him as an artist, he's gonna do the type of music that he wants to do, and he's gonna know what the audience wants. It's for me to kind of convey it through him when I'm in the clubs. You know, he has a numerous amount of songs, but it's up to me to pick which song the crowd kind of wants, along with him picking as well. But something like Patron in My Cup, that's a very catchy song. It's not too pop, but it's enough where I guess you could say the urban crowd could appreciate as well. So that's a good song where if we're at a show, he might want to do No Secrets. And I'd be like, yo, the audience out there, they want to hear Patron in My Cup. Like, I know the audience out there. When he came to Virginia State, we had one of our shows we had at Virginia State. I went there and I DJ'd in the area. So I know the diversity of the university. Where you have people from New Jersey, New York, DC, Maryland, Florida, Atlanta, 757 in Virginia. So they like different music where if you're in DC, they might want to hear No Secrets. Because a lot of your people who support you are coming from that type of environment, they want to hear that. So that's the influence I have, is when we at shows and picking a lineup. But it still ultimately comes down to what he wants. He's the artist. I need to support him.
So DJ 59,
Yes.
you are originally from New Jersey.
Yes. Jersey
And
stand up. Yes.
I know you travel a lot.
A lot.
So do you find yourself putting different cities on to the artists that you work with often?
Definitely. Because I travel so much and because there's so many different audiences, I try to make, not just Fat Trail, Black Cobain, Sasha, I try to make them aware of the type of music that this crowd might like. You know, if you're going to be more, you want the up-tempo, house music. You know, here in DC, is definitely diverse. Here in 757, you kind of want to hear a little bit more gritty, but you know, you still want to have it where it's a little pop-ish, radio-ish. You know, so I try to let them know, like, give me every type of song that you make. Let me listen to all of them, and then let me relay it to the crowd, because I might play a song in Virginia that I might not play in New York. You know, which is good, because you give different audiences different views of the artist. So I try to be aware of that, and that's kind of my job as a DJ, to make sure that the audience knows different songs that the artist is going to play. You might hear or see somebody tweeting about one song, you know, you might not get a chance to hear about another song. I come to your town, I want to play something different, you know, that I think is suitable for the audience.
And how have the responses been?
Well, for me, because I'm so controlling over the crowd, like, I gotta make sure that you're consistently dancing, moving, buying a drink. Something like Patron in my cup, I'm immediately playing it, I'm spinning it out. This is my man Fat Tro. Make sure you go to the bar right now. This is an official report to the bar song. So they already hyped, and then I might say something slick, and they can kind of relate to it. You know what I mean? It's good for people to relate to the songs, and you can actually do it at that time. So Patron in my cup gets every rotation. Black Cobain, he has so many songs. Something like South Beach, that's real Rome. So if I'm doing a lounge type of venue, I play South Beach. You know, it's 21, 23 and up. They can relate to it. He's talking about cigars and hotel rooms and suites. So, you know, I try to make sure the song I play, they're gonna relate to it. It's not just I'm just gonna throw on this song because I'm the person's DJ or artist DJ. I'm gonna make sure it fits.
So every DJ has a certain style or image. Like, how would you describe yours?
I'm so diverse, and the image, not that I portray, but the image that I have is from Jersey. When I walk in the building, when I walk in the room, I command the room. So I take that into my work. When I'm on the set, I'm commanding the set. It doesn't matter if I get on from 10 till 12 o'clock, I'm gonna rock it. I'm gonna make sure that you enjoy yourself. It's gonna be a musical experience you've never encountered, or maybe you have, but it's gonna bring you back to when you had one of your greatest times in the club or at a barbecue, whatever. If I'm on from 12 to 2, 12 to 3, whenever I'm gonna approach every situation the same. Like, I'm in here, let's go. We ain't playing, I don't care if it's 10 people in here. You 10 people are gonna be dancing. So if you relate that to when me and Fat Trail on stage, it doesn't matter. There go my food right there. It doesn't matter if it's 10 or 10,000 or 100,000. I'm gonna give my 110% of DJ 59. So my aura, my Jersey swag is just gonna come out. Like, we in here. We ain't come to play. You know, and I guess some other DJs will say that, but when I walk in, it's gonna be different.
Right. Okay.
Which is what I'm here.
Exactly. So tell me about new projects that you have out.
Okay. Well, I just recently last week did a mixtape called 5 Line Cruise Control. It's a compilation of R&B artists, Erykah Badu, Maxwell, D'Angelo, Mary J. Blige. It has that clean up your house, throwing the CD and rock flow. Because you can't just make rap CDs and hardcore and fashion, and you have to make different mixtapes because you have, well, I have, every DJ and every artist should have, you know, a diverse audience. So every week, or every 2 weeks, I try to make at least one new mixtape. It could be old school, it could be R&B, it could be also rap, it could be alternative, it could be a pop CD, but I try to make them because it helps me as a DJ become more familiar with the audience that I want to gain. So the 5-9 Cruise Control was just something that so many people have been asking, to where they can clean their house, or they can play it in the salon, or play it in the barbershop, and don't have any cusses, and everybody can enjoy it, and you can be singing like, oh, I remember that song back in the day. You know, I remember that Total or that 112 song with Bad Boy Had It On Lock, or that Rockefeller song. So that was my new project. It'll be up on Twitter.
And your Twitter?
Twitter is at DJ_5. So follow me. I got a good 1,200 followers.
And is there a website or?
Well, you can go to www.dj59worldwide.com.
Okay, and we could buy the mixtape or?
Yeah, no, the mixtape is free. It's free. Yeah.
Free.
I try to give out at least 12 free CDs a year.
Nice.
Yeah, so one a month, you know, then I might sell a homecoming. If I do about 5 to 7 different homecomings a year. So I'll sell those, you know, and the rest of them you gotta make it free. You know what I mean? It's not so much about the money all the time, it's about the exposure, you know, gaining fans, and appreciating the music.
Well, it was great talking to you.
It was great talking to you as well.
I'm done with all the drama. We back, really betraying. You know that we ain't playing, and the ladies cling to us just cause we can make them famous. I'm in Louis and she's in Vera Wang, and we are out of space and he's in Uranus. Life kinda strange, it's safety, then it's danger. He's shooting out while he is on a yacht. I do this for the block, I block rhyme. From where they leave you red like a stop sign. From where they leave you dead like a doorknob. From where the whore's gorgeous and they all slob. But we need to come together, get it organized. Can't forget this is one nation under God. We need to stop the dumb shit, get with the oneness. This is Trade Freezer, Mike and Young Chris.